Hey, this is Kent.
And this is Brandon from Blackberry Smoke. And you are listening to
An Obscuria Podcast. Yeah.
In Obscuria.
Hey. Sit there. We're on the air.
You were talking and now you're not. Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Welcome back, my friends. Ronnie James DOG says, welcome back, my friends, to the In Obscuria podcast, a podcast where we exhume obscure rock and punk and metal. Oh, that's right. 3 categories. Lost. Yeah. Forgotten. You forgot one. Should have been. There you go.
He's good.
Cool.
He's been here a while.
All right. That's Ronnie James DOG right there.
I was just sitting there and you were all quiet. What are you doing?
Ronnie James DOG.
No more? Okay.
He just looked at you.
And I'm Kevin, and that's Robert. We're also here.
I'm the caretaker of this jackass. It cost me $450.
Yes. You want to tell the people about that before we get going?
Some bitch bit him on the leg. My friend passes through town, didn't tell me, oh, I'm bringing my dog. And of course, then like, hey, you got a dog. Let's let them play together.
They'll have a good time.
Oh, they'll have a great time. And Dio is a Belgian Malinois. And that breed, like German
Bless you.
Shepherds, yeah, they just put out a vibe. Like, he is friendly, but other dogs look at him and like, fuck you. I mean, it is instant hate when other dogs come up to him.
That's one of those police dogs.
Yeah, and he just like, so he was just bouncing around wanting to play, and as a boxer, and usually boxers are very friendly, but yet, like I said, these breeds just put off this FU vibe somehow, and that dog just turned and bit him on the leg, punctured his leg, and it seemed okay at first, and the next day, of course, it got infected, and he was limping. Vet appointment, $450, had to knock him out to clean it out. And then
Poor guy.
brought him home that night, and you and I were in the middle of something. I guess we can we talk
Well,
about
I was going to ask you, so I had this weird dream over the weekend.
You came over.
No, I had a dream that you and I went up to Canada, and that we got shit-faced with a bunch of Canadian dudes.
I knew we got shit-faced. That was that happened. I couldn't remember where we were.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you came over here.
Maybe I was here.
It
felt cold. You know what? It just felt cold enough to be Canada.
Outer space at that point. Yeah, it was. That was a good time, but I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I remember the intro, and then I had a bucket of ice and a bottle of bourbon sitting on the little console here.
Yep.
And
we talked to our buddies.
Yeah,
at
had fun.
Sean Geek and Fast Fret podcast.
And
the Metal Shop.
And the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy, Alex.
Alex, yes.
Yes. Anyway.
Good people.
So we're hanging out with them, getting
I'm getting liquored up.
Getting the drinks on.
Yeah, and then
he comes down.
Dio comes downstairs, high as a kite, and just sits there and leans back and forth,
He did his best Sphinx impersonation.
Yeah, he just kind of wobbled around.
Then he did the leaning tower of Sphinx.
So he and I both were simultaneously just high. Yeah, for different reasons. But
at one point, he was just standing up with one leg up.
One leg.
What?
Where am I?
What happened to my other leg? And then at one point, he looked at me and like, holy shit, there's 2 of them.
That guy.
That guy's here.
You. Yes, I know. He's getting annoyed. He's like, shut up, man.
Oh, you were funny, buddy. You were funny.
Fault. So, yeah, Friday
How long
night
did that
was
last?
epic. Oh, the next day. He was
okay,
fine.
he was all right. Good.
He limped for like an hour the next morning after the surgery, and now he's fine. He just has a shaved leg, and it looks goofy, and the cone is ready. If he starts licking it, you know how dogs do. So the cone is ready to go, but he hasn't had to
no cone yet.
Wear the cone of derision.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's get right to the weather, shall we?
Now let's kick it back on over to
Robert Harrison
for our 5-day weather forecast.
Robert.
It's crappy. Still, it's January. Have you noticed it's January?
I have noticed a change in the weather.
So it got foul pretty bad last week, and then big storm coming through, and of course it's just to the north of us, so we got a little bit of ice here.
We got lucky is what we
got lucky, because nobody wants that. But I stepped out on the patio, and there was a nice little sheen of ice.
Bust your ass?
No, I stopped. Like, as soon as I stepped on the ice, I went, wait, and Dio went right back inside. He lasted 30 seconds. Exactly. He was like, nope. And so I quickly turned and went back inside because I was like, nope, I am not breaking a wrist in my own backyard for just doing nothing. So we stayed at home.
We did too. We didn't step out of the house until Tuesday morning.
Tuesday.
Yeah, because the kids had Monday off.
I got cabin fever, so I did go out Monday and go to Waffle House just because I knew they'd be open.
Yeah.
G'day, Waffle.
But I had to go do something.
We had bought all this food. We had stockpiled like it was, the second coming.
I ate all that by Sunday morning, though. I was out. But yeah, the grocery store next door, it closed early, but it opened, the next morning. So I was fine. It was fine. Everything's fine. But it was a good panic. It was fun to watch everybody panic and freak out, but for nothing. Now, this weekend is just supposed to be really stupid cold, like -2 on the wind chill factor thing. That's Fahrenheit.
It's like normal Canadian weather.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why do those people live up there?
You look at the weather map, and it's like a straight shoot, straight from Winnipeg, straight down to Atlanta.
Yeah.
It cleared.
Yeah.
It parted the seas and the atmosphere.
Something happened.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's not a good sign. There's some apocalypses going on right now somewhere, or it's heading our way. But on the happier side of life,
okay,
can you hit a button for me?
Oh, get to hit the button.
I've got
prepared.
I've got
I'm not
happiness
prepared at all
over here for everybody.
All right.
I got happiness for Dio. I got happiness for you. And if you don't finish it, more happiness for me.
That's right, Munchketeers. It's time to get your grub on with the chef that can give it to you funky
4, 3 funky Roberts.
Got not eating. That's right now, Roberts. Got not eating.
Oh, give me.
So starting off, I got half a chewy bone that I had to take away from Dio earlier.
Not sure I want that.
He was eating it too fast. Okay, if you don't want that, I'll give it to Dio. But it was one of these rawhides that's supposed to last like 2 or 3 days, 15 minutes. And I'm like, I'm just going to take that away. We're not going to eat the whole thing at once. So here you go.
All right. Oh, there's something for him. Oh, he's happy.
You,
yes.
Appetizers. This is multi-course.
Oh, is this what you had tonight or something?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Kind of, yes.
I got inspired right before you got here. So this was made 15 minutes before you got here because I had an idea.
I'm taking the lid off and
redneck pizza rolls.
I was looking at Hot Pockets.
Well,
okay,
tiny,
pizza rolls.
Tiny Hot Pockets or redneck pizza rolls. So everybody knows the pizza rolls where you burn the roof of your mouth. These have cooled off, so they're not
okay. I was about to say, am I going to get that same?
I doubt it. No, it's been like 10 minutes out of the oven. So.
Those things will be as cool as they can be on the inside, and you're like, good.
And you
big bite and just lava.
Everybody that's eaten one knows what you're talking about. So I got to get, this is just an experiment, so don't consider this a finished product. I'm going to fine tune it a little bit.
Okay.
Trying to get the sauce and the cheese and the pepperoni in there, but this is much healthier than the store-bought version.
Okay, so tell us what we have here.
Oh, it's tortilla cut up into triangles, stuffed with cheese, pepperoni, and some pizza sauce, just like a Tortino's pizza roll. But like I said,
all right. Do you want feedback?
Yeah,
it's a little dry.
Well, did
so
you
I would
not
add
get
more
sauce?
There's not much sauce.
Try the other one.
What the hell did you just say?
I might have missed one. Give it a second round. I'll forego eating the second one. Yeah, back up a little bit. If I forgot to put sauce in the second one, just delete this whole segment. Okay.
That's good.
I just got to remember to put the sauce.
That tastes like pizza.
I was rushing because I knew you could have been here any second, so I was trying to wrap that up real quick.
That is good. That's tasty, man.
So next one.
Oh, we got more.
You got more.
I'm gonna take one more bite.
Okay. God, listen to that crunch.
Oh.
Listen to that crunch. That makes me happy. Not your chewing, but the crunch. Yeah, those will come back again. I'm going to make some variations on the theme. All right, so you and I have discussed this before. We both had really good Southern mothers, and I'm going to assume you had just a Southern grandmother or two.
Oh, yeah. I had 2 of them.
2 of them? Yep. And my favorite from my mother, but especially my grandmother on my dad's side, was...
Okra? It is okra.
Skillet fried okra. Not
yes.
deep fried, but skillet fried. There's a difference. Deep fried, you can't even really taste the okra. You just
didn't
taste
even
the
have
fry.
to say. I was like, I know
Yeah,
it's
you
going to
know
be
that.
okra.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I ate the entire package. It comes in a package for like your family.
That's good.
Except for that little bit I saved for you, I ate the whole thing. So it's a single serving in my family.
That is good.
And that good stuff, man, that is one of my favorites.
The food porn is strong. Orgy Central at Roberto's house.
Cast iron skillet.
People not from our area of the country probably don't understand
No, we talked
this.
about this where it's not specifically a Southern thing, but it's mostly a Southern thing, I think, because it
Mostly.
grows really well down here. But
It's just not something they serve anywhere else in the country.
I've never seen it traveling. So, yeah, hot skillet, a little bit of grease. Now, my grandmother, your mother and grandmother, it was lard, which is bacon grease, but trying to be healthier, this is avocado oil.
I'm sure your mother did the same thing Mom did. Keep a can in the cabinet.
Coffee can, because
I think
metal coffee
hers was
can.
a Crisco can.
Oh, yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, I think my mother just used Crisco straight up.
Yeah, you just mixed the two
yeah.
together.
I don't know if we ever had, but my grandmother definitely had that. And my cousin revealed the secret to her okra was a handful of salt. A metric handful. She had small hands, but it was still a whole crap ton of salt in that. But once again, this is the healthy version.
All right, I'm going to see what he can do to it.
All right, well...
Maybe not.
He's not even paying attention. He's
Maybe
going
not.
to town with that.
He'll get to it
rawhide.
eventually.
So yeah, we had some comfort food tonight. I think
that was
with
good.
everything in the world, everybody needs some comfort food right now.
Yes, I have my own crap going on, so that was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Anything else we need to tell the people?
Let's see. We did the
Talked about the weekend.
my expensive dog.
Talked about
weekend.
your dog. Talked
Yeah.
about food.
So with the ice storm, I had to cancel a party. That's rescheduled for 3 weeks from now. But I got another one coming this weekend. We'll see if that has to cancel or not. I'm gonna be really pissed. 2 weekends in a row if I have to cancel parties.
Are these
in my
paying events for you?
house. Not money.
I see.
Yeah.
Other things.
Yeah, I get
A barter system.
I get rewarded. Mm-hmm. Yes,
Oh, behave!
it's gonna be a fun party.
Yeah,
I'll tell you about it later.
One of those, is it? Yeah. Well, what we can tell you is go listen to Pot of Thunder, Cobras and Fire, Growing Up Rock, Slamfest Podcast, Decibel Geek, Sean Geek and Fast Fret Podcast, A to Z Radio, Metal Up Your Podcast, The Hustle, Disciples of the Watch, Podcast Rock City, State of Amorica, Rock Strikes 10, Potter Than Hell, The Kiss Room, Ages of Rock, and The Podcast Will Rock, Big Al's Rockin' Podcast, and Doomed. Forget about Monty.
Hey, this is Monty Colvin from Galactic Cowboys and Monty's Rockcast, and you are listening to the amazing In Obscuria podcast. Rock on!
Monty's Rockcast. Come visit us in Obscuria.com. Like us, share us, Facebook, X, Instagram. All right.
Done. Good job.
I figured after the epic weather events that we've been experiencing, I feel like we should do something equally epic and powerful. And that's what we're going to do tonight. But not something gloomy or doomy. We're going to do something that's uplifting and rallying.
Gospel.
What the hell you say?
You got it. Gospel rock.
Yes.
No.
We have not done that.
We've not.
that on the
It
list.
won't happen tonight.
Not
Although
tonight.
You may feel the spirit. I'm not sure.
okay.
You may get moved. I want something anthemic.
There's going to be a movement.
There might be a movement. It moved, Jerry. Something anthemic, something dramatic. You know, we need a little drama in our lives.
Yeah. Right.
So this is going to be episode 320, Grave Mistake, EDGUY. Shoulda Been Huge, part 1.
Dead guy.
No, EDGUY. EDGUY. You know that guy? EDGUY.
EDGUY.
Hey,
over there.
EDGUY.
Over there.
Yeah.
He needs to be over here, but he's over there.
Yeah, EDGUY.
Yeah.
You remember EDGUY, right?
No.
You don't remember EDGUY. Well,
Is
we're
this from
going to
last
get into
week?
it. Not from last week, no. It's been a while.
Good. That makes me feel better about not remembering.
Well, let's see if the Ministry of Diabolica remembers. So we do need to get their approval, so let's see what they say.
I am Captain,
Content.
and this is my faithful companion.
Mighty K.
Say hello.
I like EDGUY. It's unique and it's fun to say. I love words that are fun to say. EDGUY is good for me. EDGUY. Say that 5 times fast too. EDGUY.
That was only
So
4.
definitely do a deep dive on EDGUY.
Okay.
I really like it. Very Bruce Dickinson, and I can't think of his name from Helloween, and I love my Helloween, so yeah.
Michael Kiska.
Digging it.
Dick Bruceson.
Yeah. All right, that sounded weird. Don't ever play that. Yeah. Okay. Holy shit, and I did it again.
Damn it, another pedestrian.
All right, bye.
That's 2
God,
pedestrians
not
now.
again.
There's nobody left in her town. I mean, she's just killing everybody.
How does she
She's
just
killing
keep
it.
going?
I don't know. They revoked her license. They found her. She lives out in the boondocks.
Wow.
So maybe they just can't
Different
find
laws
her.
in New York.
Yeah. Thankfully, she's on a tractor.
Snowmobile.
Snowmobile. Snow machine.
Snowcat, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, have you ever been in a snowcat? So cool.
I have not, no.
It
Because
is one of the coolest experiences.
I've seen actual snow like twice.
right.
I haven't spent a lot of time in that crap.
I saw some in Miami,
Yeah.
and there was no machine.
Not including the occasionally, 2 inches we have in Atlanta. Like out in Colorado, I've been twice.
or
And
that pile
seen
on the
snow
mirror
twice.
over there.
Yeah. Was that? I got some. No.
Yeah, you're
Is it
good. The drip.
Okay.
Okay, so we got approval. You do not seem to remember or recall EDGUY. So let me just tell you a little bit
But
about
statute of
EDGUY.
limitations is
Yeah.
worn off. If it's been more than a week, I don't have to remember it.
Okay, well, we did a power metal episode last year, and we talked about various power metal bands,
Okay.
and this was one of them, a German power metal band formed in 1992 in Fulda, the state of Hessen in Germany.
Okay.
And I'll give you a little knowledge here. So that state of Germany is mostly known for the town Frankfurt. So if that gives you an idea.
Yeah.
But they're not from Frankfurt. They're from
Home
Fulda.
with a hot dog.
Yes, the Furter. So these guys formed their band when they were just 14-year-old students. And the lead singer's name is Tobias Sammet, but originally he played bass and vocals. You had Jens Ludwig on guitar, Dominic Storch on drums, and Dirk Sauer on guitar. You like that? I probably murdered their names, but that's okay. That's what I do here.
It's Dirk.
Dirk.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. So anyway, German guys, power metal, and they needed a name. And so they thought, well,
Oh, yeah.
we call
okay,
our
now.
teacher, our math teacher, we call him EDGUY. Hey, EDGUY.
Okay.
So they decided to
I
name their band EDGUY, but they were 14. So that's why they became
I had braces
EDGUY.
and a mullet when I was 14.
You weren't in a power metal band?
I was not. I was in the marching band.
You weren't ready to challenge
We were a powerful marching band.
your country's, badass other power metal bands like Helloween. You weren't like, I'm going to be the next Helloween. No.
Now it's going to be the next Don Johnson.
I see.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
I had the clothes.
And
That was it.
You did get caught by a cop
Yeah.
while you were playing the soundtrack.
There were police chases.
Mm-hmm.
There was a police station, law enforcement
Right, see?
involved, multiple law enforcement.
So really, you
so I
achieved
got
your goal.
I got to experience. So let's just say I got a taste of it and decided that's not for me. I'm going to actually go out and have a career.
Nice. Well, these guys, EDGUY,
That guy.
they formed this band in 1992. By 1994, they were releasing demos and sending them out to all the German metal labels to see if they could get signed, and they got denied left and right. And I mean, they're young guys, they have some growth to do. So in 1995, they were like, "The hell with it, we're going to put out our own album," and they put out the album Savage Poetry. Savage Poetry. Yes, that came out in 1995, and it did get the attention of a German metal label called AFM. If that sounds familiar, Thunder Mother on AFM.
Powerhouse.
Yes, so they offered them a deal. They said, "Hey, we will re-release your debut." And they said, "Nope, not taking that deal. Instead, we will give you a new album. We don't really like that album. It's called Savage Poetry. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. So they did. And they ended up releasing 10 full-length albums from 1997 to 2014. Most of them have decent chart success in Europe, but really nothing here in the States, nothing outside of Europe, really, other than Japan. Probably caught on for a little bit. But they're not only just power metal, they're typical power metal and neoclassical metal, but they dabble in ballads, and they have songs that have soundscapes, they have classic hard rock, and even some glam metal. So they kind of did it all, but they did it during the late 90s through the teens. You know, why am I putting them in this category? Because I think their catalog should be celebrated, and also I think they should be talked about with the other power metal bands that are talked about, you know, in that category. And they're not really put there. They're not like Helloween. They're not like Hammerfall and some of these other bands that we played in our last power metal episode. But I think they should be. Basically, I think people in the States should know who they are. These guys also have a sense of humor. They don't take themselves too seriously, which is kind of endearing to me, because power metal's fun, and it should just be fun, and you should not think that you are actually going to slay a dragon. You know, you should just kind of have fun with that, not go too crazy. And that's what they did.
That could lead to you getting kicked out of the zoo.
It could lead to bad things, yeah. Yeah, so I think it makes them more authentic and more likable to me, much like Iron Maiden and Helloween, because they also have these images, but they don't take themselves way too seriously.
Right.
You know,
In fact, I just saw a video of Bruce Dickinson. God, I knew I was going to forget who it was, but it was on some European pop show. It's just him and some backup singers doing a cover of a Tom Jones song. And so obviously he's not trying to put forth this image that I'm just a badass metal singer. He's just having fun. Yeah, just having fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. So if you want to go take a look at their logo, it's a perfect mix of Iron Maiden and that band. So yeah,
he was waiting for that. He was
Kiss Connection. You knew it was coming,
waiting.
didn't you, buddy? Yeah.
Loves the Kiss Connection.
Yes,
his favorite part.
I already
of the show.
have one. Yes, but you look at their logo. It's definitely, they took their cues from some bands that they were inspired by. To me, they're like Helloween Jr. is kind of what they are. They're a German band. They have the sense of humor, but they have this badass music, but they can also do lots of different styles. So it really reminds me of Helloween, and that's what really attracted me to them in the beginning. And I didn't get into them probably until 2003-ish, maybe 4-ish. So they had already been established by that point. But another thing to note is the frontman, Tobias Sammet. He pretty much writes everything. He would also establish an offshoot band called Avantasia. And originally it was just a project that he put together in 1999. It was supposed to be a metal opera, and he would invite all these famous metal singers to be part of this, and he would, orchestrate this whole opera thing, and they would record an album or two, and that's all it was supposed to be. Over the years, that evolved to, that became his main project, which is why EDGUY has been on hiatus since 2014.
Kind of like Night Flight Orchestra.
Exactly.
It's a side project, but then it's cool.
Yeah, the guys in Soil Work do that. And they think they still do Soil Work, but I much prefer Night Flight Orchestra. Yeah. However, I like Avantasia okay, but it's really just, anytime you bring a bunch of different people together, that's cool, but to me, it never quite gels. It's not really a band.
I don't know. I know we've talked about this. There may be a couple of examples where it has worked out, but for the most part, it is subpar because your expectations
sounds like what it is,
way up there, and then the results are okay. That was interesting.
I mean, he writes everything, so it still has that kind of EDGUY feel to it, but it's a little more bombastic. It's a little more played up and dramatic, and kind of reminds me of what's the Christmas band?
Oh.
The other orchestra. Trans-Siberian, yes. Yeah. Thank you.
I was about to say Saigon Kick. That was Sabotage.
Yeah, so it kind of reminds me of that.
They're from Florida.
But we're not talking about Avantasia. We're going to talk about EDGUY, and we're going to go in. This is part one. They've got lots of albums. We're just going to go in, starting at the beginning, although not really the beginning. We're going to start at technically what is their second album, although they consider it their first. The first one they put out, Savage Poetry, they did it on their own. They were young guys. They didn't do it on a label. It was essentially a demo, so we don't count that one.
Okay.
Plus, they ended up redoing it later, and we'll get into that. So the first album, technically their second, is the first professionally recorded album called Kingdom of Madness that came out in 1997. And it was released on AFM Records in February of 1997. The original drummer, Dominic Storch, would leave soon after the album's release. So he's really only on this recording and the debut demo if you can get a hold of that. Another thing to note here on this first album is they started something that they do on a lot of their albums, which is they always have a long song, just sort of like Helloween, sort of like Iron Maiden. They got an 18-minute track on here, and we're going to play only their long songs today. That's all we're going to play.
All
so this is going to be a
them.
5-hour. No,
that's the Stairway to Heaven equivalent, where it gives the DJ time to go squeeze one out.
I don't think anybody was playing this song on. This is the title track
in Germany.
Kingdom of Madness. I don't know, maybe, but yeah, an 18-minute track. It also featured Chris Boltendahl from the band Gravedigger, who's a band we've played before.
Yeah, they have a great monster truck.
They do, the best. So no charting for the album, no singles for the album. It was basically they went in, recorded it, put it out, and played a handful of shows in Germany, and then get right back in the studio for the next album. So we're going to play the song Heart of Twilight. So this gives you a sense of, these are young dudes, 1997. So they're still really young, but man, they sound, like I said, Helloween Jr. See what you think.
Okay, so that didn't assault my senses like a lot of power metal does. It's just, some of it's just too much.
Remember, they're like 19.
But it kind of works in a way that there's a little bit of space. You can enjoy everything. The verses were really laid back, and it kind of, I had glimpses of one of the Marillion singers. I can't remember. Fish. Yeah. And almost like a little bit of Geddy Lee in there.
Yep.
Then the power metal would kick in on the chorus. Really.
Yeah, like a hint of progginess.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little smatter, sprinkle.
Yeah.
A chef's kiss.
Yeah, and it's, super dry. Like there's zero reverb on anything. The drums are dry. The vocals are dry.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to picture what was bugging me about that. That's what it was.
Yeah,
just a little bit of reverb.
A little too dry.
Yeah.
And it's 1997, so you know what's going on in the pop world and alternative and everything going on at that point in time. So they were obviously only targeting the metal world of European metal at that time, because it was non-existent in the States, almost anywhere else.
Nobody
Maybe
was talking
Brazil.
about it.
But yeah, it was a thing in Europe, but nowhere else.
It wasn't even a nostalgia moment yet.
No,
it was still 3 or 4 more years before
they were like,
nostalgic.
We want to play Wacken in Germany. That's all we care about, and that's where we're headed. That's what we want to do.
You got to know your audience.
Yeah, and that's what they were doing. So these first albums, they're kind of getting their footing on, okay, we want to be like all these other German power metal bands that came out of the 80s, but we want to do something a little bit different. And so they're just figuring out how to put their own spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's not bad, but that dryness of the recording makes it a little bit of a tough listen.
Yeah.
You just it needs a little bit of wetness to it. But let's see what we get with the second
moistness.
album. Some moist. It needs to be moist.
Oh, Mike Darkers, Mike Darkers used to make me moist when I watched the show. I admit it, I would get moist when I watched the show. Only white man ever did that to me was Mike Darkers.
Okay, so their album that came out in 1998, in January of 1998, so they waste no time. They released the first album February of 97. By January of 98, they already have another album out. Their second album is called Vain Glory Opera, and this is the album that we played a song from before.
Okay.
We played it on episode 301. It was a Conjuring of Power Metal 2. That's where we played EDGUY at song number 2 on that as well. So for song number 2, I'm not going to play the same song. I'm going to play the title track from Vain Glory Opera. And we told you back then on the Power Metal episode that this album was them trying to get a broader audience, and they brought in Timo Tolkki from Stratovarius, which is another band we played on that episode, and Hansi Kirsch from Blind Guardian, which is another German band we played on that episode. So they're trying to bring in and become part of the German power metal scene. So what better way to do it than actually bring in the guys from those bands?
Some collabs.
Exactly, and that's what they do. And this album was mixed by Timo Tolkki as well. So you got the guy from Stratovarius mixing it this time. Hopefully he'll put a little bit of reverb on it. We'll see. They had to use a session musician on drums. So this is the only album with the guy Frank Lichtendahl on drums, and he was just a friend of the band, and they found a drummer for the tour. But they did actually tour with this. They played some European metal festivals, including their first time at Wacken open air. So they got there, but they had to play the small stage. They still were not ready for the big stage. They did no charting with this album, but at least they're getting known. And they have a cover on this album of a song called Hymn, which I don't know if you were ever into the band, new wave band Ultravox.
I've heard of them.
Heard of them? Yeah.
I know I've listened to them.
They weren't as big in the States. They were bigger in the UK, but they do a cover of an Ultravox, a power metal cover. Maybe we'll get into that at some point when we do new wave again, but it's pretty badass, actually. I like it. Let's play the title track from Vain Glory Opera, and 6 minutes. This is a pretty standard power metal here, but strap in.
Damn, I think their balls dropped by then.
I'm ready to strike a fool.
I mean, they grew up a little bit. Night and day for me. Not like K-N-I-G. Night and day. That was great. They found the reverb button. They
did.
Figured out how to record their music, and they wrote a damn good song.
And this is the first time you're getting a little hint of kind of glam metals creeping into their power metal, because they tried really hard to be the Final Countdown.
Now that you said it, yeah, but that was a great part, though. I think run with it. Take it and run with it.
It's catchy. They made it catchy.
Finger tapping with the double kick.
Oh, yeah.
Right at the moment. Yeah. That was Final Countdown guitar solo.
Fist held high and rallying,
I want to go
they want to strike some fools.
I got to add this to the caffeine playlist because I'm ready to go have an adventure. I don't know.
They're just getting started.
It's cold, so I'm probably not going to go have an adventure.
Oh, okay.
If it were 65 degrees, I'd already be gone.
You're just going to run around the house a few times.
Maybe open the fire pole. I closed it off thinking we're going to have a party, and then
it's too cold. You don't want to slide down that thing right now.
No, you might stick like halfway down. Shrinkage.
Yes, this was definitely them figuring out how to be a German power metal band with the help of Timo Tolkki.
Valuable help.
Tremendous strides for them. Now we get into January of 1999. They like to release their albums at the beginning of the year.
That's a good year.
They are true.
Such a good year.
Germans, let's do it in the cold. Release our albums. So January of 99, they released their third album. This is the first to feature drummer Felix Bonke, or maybe it's Bonk. I don't know. Bohnke.
Wait, Bohnke.
Bonk. We'll go with Bonk.
It's like Porsche.
Yes, Bonk. Felix Bonk. So on the drums and bass player, they bring in a bass player named Tobias Egzel, but they already have
Tobias.
They already have a Tobias, so they just call him Eggy.
Okay.
All right. So Eggy comes in, and now Tobias Sammet does not have to play bass any longer. So he can just focus on being the front man and raising his fist, because it's really hard to play bass when your fists are in the air the whole time.
Except when you're a LA glam band.
That's true. That is true.
You dick!
So yes, he just focuses on being the front man, and occasionally Tobias Sammet will play keys, as you heard with the little Final Countdown-ish thing that he did there. Now, this album, Theater of Salvation, 1999, you're getting towards almost the peak of where this power metal thing in Europe is starting to really gain momentum and take over that whole festival crowd thing in the early 2000s. And this album reached number 50 on the Swedish charts and number 66 in their homeland of Germany. So they're on their way, and they also get a tour. They tour opening for power metal bands like Hammerfall from Sweden and Gamma Ray, who happens to be ex-Helloween Kai Hansen's band. And they also open for another power metal band called Angra. So they are now part of the mix. They're part of the German power metal thing, and they play main stage at Wacken Open Air with this tour. So to them, they've arrived, but we're not quite there yet. Quite there. But wait, there's more. Yeah, so let's play from Theater of Salvation. I like this song, Falling Down. It's like mid-album. Probably most people would pick different songs, but I like this song. So we're going to play it, Falling Down.
Ow.
When he
abrupt ending.
Yeah, it was like, hey guys, we got to go to dinner. Just go ahead and finish this up, would you?
The smorgasbord down the street was closing.
Oh, what'd you think of that? Proper power metal.
Hell yeah.
Yes?
They've got it down to science at this point.
They have figured it out. Let's talk about the guitarist a little bit because we haven't mentioned them. But from the get-go, when they were 18 and 19 years old, these guys were amazing. They just continue to get better and they gel like as they get through each of these first 3 albums. So you now have all of this guitar harmonies and harmonizing and unison playing, and they're just really, really good guitarists. These are not guys that you hear, at least in circles that I'm aware of, being talked about like
the guitar
other
gods,
bands,
yes.
you know. But these guys are awesome.
The shredders.
They're just really, really good, and they're still so young. By the time this comes out, they're still just in their early 20s.
And they've
sounded good since they were
Silverchair.
Yeah, they've sounded good since they were 14.
Yeah, the recording was bad. It wasn't the content.
Yeah, well, the lead sounded great.
Yeah.
It was just there was no oomph to it. But now it sounds amazing. They've got the recording down. Third album, you know, I don't know. I just think it's a really good band, and you've brought in this new bass player. He works really well. I think he's a better bass player than Tobias was. He should focus on singing, which is what he did. This version of the band, this is EDGUY. This will be EDGUY until they go on their hiatus. So this starts the journey of the true band. And where do they go next? So I already mentioned in 1999, the same year that this came out, is when Tobias decided that he wanted to create this project band called Avantasia. And so he does that, and he says, hey guys, I'm going to go do this thing after the tour, and why don't you guys take that first album, take that music. You can take my vocals, or I can cut new ones. But why don't you take that music, give it to the new guys, and let's re-record those songs the way that we should have recorded them. And so that's what they did. They released the Savage Poetry.
They listened to us.
Yes.
Back then.
Yes.
Before we said it.
Before we even said it.
Yeah. That's how good they are.
Why don't you redo that? Yeah. And so that's what they did. They applied their recording techniques that they've learned now to these songs. And actually, the songs are pretty damn good when you think back to these were written when they were 17 years old. So I'm going to play from the new version of the Savage Poetry, which came out in 2000. I'm going to play the last song on the album called The Power and Majesty, which if you're playing power metal band, that is a song you're going to want to play. I mean, you wouldn't pick any other one. So that's what I'm going to play. Now, I will say this came out, and again, this is a re-release in a way, but a lot of people don't know about the first album because it was a demo and, you know, it didn't have broad release. So people thought this was a new album. It reached number 60 on the Swedish charts and number 79 in Germany. Did pretty well for just being a re-release of an album. They didn't do any major touring for it because he was doing Avantasia at the time, but they did play a few dates with a little band they probably were inspired by, a little band called Iron Maiden. They played the get this, they played the Metal 2000 European Stadium Tour opening for Maiden. If you remember, Dickinson went away in the 90s, and then he came back with Adrian Smith, and they had the 3-guitar attack for the first time. Yeah, it was that tour where they've come back. So they're playing stadiums in Europe because people are so stoked to see Maiden again.
And
these
all
guys
of
are opening.
Metal, from hair metal to power metal, was having a resurgence
making its
at
comeback,
that point.
yeah.
So it's perfect timing.
Perfect timing. He does his side project. They re-release essentially their demo, you know, re-recorded, and then they get to go on tour with Iron Maiden, and they get on the charts with it. So they're doing pretty well. But again, here in the States, we know nothing. We know nothing about this band. I still don't know about this band yet. It'll be another 2 years before I discover
It's not
this
on your
band.
jacket.
Not on my jacket yet. Let's play Power and Majesty from EDGUY, the Savage Poetry. Savage Poetry.
would imagine they were pretty well received by the Maiden crowd when they were opening up. Because
I would think so.
Except for the fact that everybody thought that Eddie was opening up for them.
EDGUY.
Like, oh,
we know Eddie.
It's coming out. Wait a minute. Who are these guys?
Eddie's got his own band.
Maybe that's how they got the gig. And Bruce was like, oh, yeah, that'd be good.
EDGUY.
EDGUY. I know.
Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah, big.
Yeah, his voice, man, is a perfect blend of Dickinson. Mighty K nailed it.
Yeah.
It's perfect blend of Dickinson and Michael Kiske from Helloween.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can hear the improvement over the years of practice. Like
he's getting older too, so his voice
changed, but I mean,
maturing.
The power metal-y part of his voice, the affectations that you kind of use as a power metal singer.
Yeah.
Like he's learning all the Bruce Dickinson's things to put in there.
And that's what they were wanting to do. They're achieving their goal, right?
Yeah.
They're becoming one of the premier German power metal bands, or they're at least on their way. They're opening for all of these bands that they love and look up to. And, he's working with all of these guys in his other project. So they're achieving their goal. What we're going to see over time is if they had just stayed that course, they would have just blended in with all the rest. Mm-hmm. And you're going to see they start to figure out, like, we need to be our own band and evolve. But right now, what they're trying to do is, elevate themselves to the same pillar as their heroes.
If this were behind the music, it'd be the point in the show where addiction kicked in, a wreck, or
not quite.
Really bad decisions.
We're not quite there. We're not quite there. We're almost there.
Almost there. Okay.
Here we go. They've only been opening to this point, right?
Yeah.
They're an opening band, but now we're going to get to album number 5, released on September 24th of 2001, 13 days after a history-altering event. This album came out. That had to be a tough release date.
That's a common theme. A lot of these bands we've talked about.
Yeah. So they released this album, Mandrake, in 2001. This is the first album that I heard by them, although I didn't hear it for another year. But this is also the album that established them as a heavyweight force in the power metal scene. And in 2017, Loudwire ranked this album as the 20th best power metal album of all time. So it's highly regarded, and it was a great entry point for me because, it made sense because this was them getting bigger in Europe, big enough that there's some noise now on the other side of the pond. And so we're hearing about them, and I forget how I heard about them, but their album cover for this album is the first to feature a jester, Joker character that they used throughout the rest of their career. They didn't have an Eddie. They needed something, so they got this Joker guy by the Mandrake. And, the look of the album cover, the fact that the logo looked a little bit like a mix between Maiden and Kiss, I was like, yeah, I'm going to try this out. I don't know what it is, but I'll try it out.
What's Maiden's mascot?
What the hell did you just say?
What?
Maiden? Not Maiden.
Maiden, that would be
not
Eddie.
No. Priest. I'm going to say Priest.
Priest doesn't really... I mean, they've got the, mechanical bird from Screaming for Vengeance. They got the mechanical thing
Thunderbird looking...
The big
eagle,
mechanical
whatever.
beast from Defenders of the Faith.
Okay, that's what I couldn't remember.
Painkiller had a mechanical... So I guess it's a mechanical
kind of a bird.
dude.
Okay, just curious.
The Angel, they had Angel Retribution. So yeah, they had mechanical things.
Okay.
But I actually heard a little bit of Priest in that last song as well. So they're mixing everything in there.
Yeah.
But when they get to this album, this is truly them becoming the power metal band that they wanted to be. This album reached number 32 in Sweden, number 19 in Germany. So their home country there, they're doing really well. And in France, it got to number 47. So even the French are catching on to this band. And this would be the first headlining tour for them. This is when they go on an extensive headlining tour. They do not only Europe, they do North and South America, Asia, and Australia. And they played Prague Power 3 at Earthlink Live in Atlanta on November 15th, 2002.
Was that a festival?
That is a ongoing festival that happens every year at what used to be Earthlink Live, which is now Center Stage. But it's
I can't keep track of all the corporate named venues around here.
Yeah.
So Center Stage.
It's Center Stage now, and that's what it started off as.
Earthlink Live.
Earthlink Live in 2002. And Prague Power's renowned across our country and also other nations. People come to Atlanta to go to Prague Power, and this is the only time that a lot of these...
it's not a touring
It's not
show.
a touring thing. It's a weekend.
Yeah.
It's a 3-day event, and it all happens inside of Center Stage, and it's all either prog bands, like prog metal bands, or power metal, or something in that symphonic metal genre. And so this is about the only time some of these bands from Europe ever come to the States. They just come to Atlanta to play this thing. And that's what happened with that guy. They come over and they play it, and they even recorded it and released it on a live album that comes out later.
That's not that big of a venue.
It's not, but I guess it's such a big, highly regarded event.
Yeah, it's probably packed. Every show is packed.
I thought, I wonder who it is this year. It happens in September every year. I've been twice, and I just got lucky to get tickets because I looked at the 26 tickets. They're already sold out for September of this year.
God, that's got to be some good people watching.
Hammerfall's playing. They have some good bands playing, but again, it's like the Swedish bands, the bands that don't come to the States very often. So anyway, it's a big deal for EDGUY to get over to the States, to also play Australia, Asia. They toured for a couple of years really with this, and they recorded several shows for an intended live album. I'm going to play the song that kind of, to me, makes the album. It's the title track of the album. It's a little long, but it's power metal. It's supposed to be. Yeah. So this is them hitting their stride. This is Tears of a Mandrake from the album Mandrake. EDGUY.
they've gone full on Queensryche now.
You nailed it. I was going to say it's so epic. It reminds me of something on Minecraft.
It's more chunky than the double kicks and all that, which I like.
And that's what locked in for me. I never really thought about it. I can't believe you just said that because I was thinking.
How long have we known each other?
Yeah, this is true. But as I was listening to the guitar leads in the middle, it's that kind of middle gothy, creepy section, and the guitars were doing their thing. I was like, oh, I know who these two guitarists remind me of. They remind me of Chris DeGarmo and Michael Wilton from Queensryche.
Those guys.
They don't...
Not Ed Guy.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah, they totally remind me of Queensryche guitars, which is probably why I like it so much.
Yeah, and I like that they evolve because power metal as a whole, I can take a little bit of. It's not something I can listen to all day. There's got to be a mix of songs.
You got to have a variety.
But with them evolving like they have, it's interesting to watch.
It's still epic, and they still do a lot of the fast beats and a lot of the power metal tropes, but they're evolving, and they're like you said, they're kind of their own thing. They're becoming, we like more than just power metal, and but they are at the peak of their power metal power here. So they, like I said, they go and do this tour and they record some of the shows, and that's what we get next. We get the final album on AFM Records. Their contract is up and they released this one last album. So their sixth album is actually a live album called Burning Down the Opera. And I thought we should play something from this because it's one thing to record this way, but how do they pull it off live? Because if you're a German power metal band, you better be a good live band because that's what it's all about. It's people are diehards for this kind of music and they want to see it live. They don't want to just hear it.
Do like Def Leppard tracks.
Or you could do that, but
lots of
this
tracks.
is 2003. I don't think that was happening then, but perhaps. But yeah, this was released in August of 2003. It would have come from the 2001, 2002 tour that they did. Again, a headlining tour, and it was recorded at 3 of their European shows. I'm not sure if they were German shows. It just said European, but I'm assuming they probably picked somewhere close to home to get the best crowd. So here they are on the Mandrake tour. This is another song from that album, but this is them live. This is Fallen Angels.
Sun going down, she opens her eyes. It's dark in the
pretty sure I've mentioned this in other power metal episodes. I'm not a fan of the double kick through the entire song. Like 6 or 7 minutes of that, it just gets old.
Some of the bands definitely do that.
Yeah, and I'm glad this is maybe a extreme example of it, but tone that down, and without his voice, it was edging over into thrash metal. Mm-hmm. Some of the just heaviness of it instead of power, but it's with you throw his voice in, you can't say it's anything but power metal because you can't get away from the Maiden influence on that.
Yep, and this was the opening song, so they wanted to come out and just kick him in the nuts.
That's fine. You know, some people like that. Some people pay for that.
Yes.
I know people that make a living from getting paid for stuff like that. You've met her.
Yep. Yes, I have.
She was on our podcast.
She was on the show before.
Exactly. But you go back and figure out who that was.
God, you guys are such pervs.
So you said earlier, before we even started, you said, are we going to do gospel? And that might be gospel to some people.
You know, that's the equivalent of Southern gospel right there.
Yeah. I mean, did you hear how many people were going absolutely ballistic?
It sounded like a large venue.
Yeah.
Wherever that was.
I think he was speaking French. So maybe it was France. Maybe it was, I'm not really sure.
It was a football stadium.
It was a big place.
Football.
A big venue.
Yeah.
And I think a few of those people had religious moments.
Yes.
It sounded like. Very awesome that they captured that. I mean, this is their first headlining
There's
tour.
like 3 or 4 virgin conceptions at the concert.
Sacrifices were made.
What the hell's going on down there?
Oh, before I go on, I should say that got me in the mood. I just happened to look up here. I'm holding on my phone. I don't know if you can see this. Probably not.
I can see it. I can't read it.
It says Helloween 40th Anniversary North American Tour 2026. It got me as I was listening to this live. I'm like, oh, we're going to go see Helloween in March.
You taking some more to that?
What the hell did you just say?
No, you dummy.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome. You don't want to go see Helloween?
Oh, it's right there at the top of my list.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my voice is high for some reason. I don't know why.
Well,
where's the show?
Got me excited. Tabernacle.
Okay. Yes. You know.
I got you a seat. We're not standing.
Every show is good there. That's such a cool place.
Yeah.
God, it's a cool place.
But it got me excited. So,
okay.
All right, now moving on. Okay.
I could tell you were perking out over there.
I was, yeah. Nippy. It's cold and I'm excited.
You're wearing a T-shirt. Bite me. I've got 3 layers on.
I will not, sir.
I've got a T-shirt, a sweatshirt, and a fucking flannel.
I had a jacket on, but I got hot because I'm listening to all this great music.
We're in the same room.
We are.
I have no insulation.
I've got plenty.
And I'm coughing because I spent all day putting in insulation in my workshop right behind you.
Ooh, that's not good for you.
Fire block insulation.
Did you?
Real good stuff like asbestos.
Do you have a mask on?
Just hold your wad there, fella.
Should have worn a mask.
No, that was in the drawer right next to me where I was standing.
Knew there was something you should have done.
Within reach.
Yeah.
I could have put on a mask, but I didn't.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so I'm extra coffee tonight.
All right, great. All right, so back to this. 2003, their contract's up, and they decide we are not going to re-up with AFM. We want to move on. We're getting big and big and bigger now, so we want to move on to a big German metal label. And they do. They go to Nuclear Blast Records, which is a very huge metal label. Okay. Broad distribution, good marketing. They know what to do.
All 3 broads.
Lots of broads. They know what to do with marketing, and they do it. So Nuclear Blast says, well, why don't we give them a little teaser before your first album comes out on our label? And they do. They release an EP in 2004 called King of Fools. And the main intent is to release that song, which is going to be on their 6th full-length album called Hellfire Club. We'll get to that on another episode. Okay. But we're going to end this episode with this song. So they have 4 non-album tracks. They're all awesome. At this point, I'm fully on board with EDGUY. I've discovered that I'm like, I want more. Mm-hmm. And so I got this EP, 2004. I'm going to play the song. We were just talking about gospel music. This is Holy Water.
jalapeno. So that's about as close as you get to a power metal ballad.
Power metal ballad, yeah. I think you're right.
I liked it. Once again,
I love the symphonic touches they put on there.
Very melodic, harmonious.
So their King of Fools is a badass song, but I wanted to play this one because they're showing you, okay, we've got funding behind us now. We've got real backing. They got us an orchestra.
You liked us before. Now we got pyro.
Now we can really get big.
And the light show.
That's exactly where they're headed. So from here, they hit that peak of power metal prowess that they have. And then, like I said, they decide for the rest of their career, they decide to change the script a little bit.
Jazz.
They go, jazzercise. Yeah.
It's
not
coming,
just jazz.
It's coming back.
Jazzercise.
The leotards, that's coming back.
Yeah. So, but that's for another episode, another time, perhaps.
That. Yeah, like I said, a couple songs, but the majority of them I really liked. The last one and the earlier one that I already forgot the name of it, but I'll listen to the podcast.
That one.
Yeah, that one. The second one. Yeah.
But now you remember EDGUY.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I think I will remember them for longer than a year.
Good. Yeah. I think they're unique enough that, there's a lot of those power metal bands that maybe considered bigger than these guys. Yeah. But I feel like this band, man, they should be above some of these other bands because they expanded. They broadened their horizons of their power metal.
Yeah. I mean, I think we would have done that in the power pop arena. We got to re-record some of our songs, not an entire album, but some of the songs we got to take and kind of rework and re-record and show people, no, this is what it really should sound like. And I'm very happy that we were able to do that because it feels like we got to show that off, but not quite to the level that they got with funding. Imagine what we could have done
with an orchestra.
What would we have done with funding? The van, I don't think we would have bought another van. We liked that one.
No, that was good.
We would have fixed it.
We would have gotten a trailer.
We got the air conditioner working.
Yeah. We would have made sure that the floorboard was there.
New license plates under the carpet so you don't fall through it.
Yeah. New ones.
Yeah.
New old ones.
My friend asked me about that when he was redoing it. He said, did you know that somebody put license plates under the carpet
done that?
Right there by the engine compartment where it was rusted through? I'm like, really? Just incredulous as I could possibly get. Really? I don't know.
Well, some jackass.
I don't remember doing that 10 years ago. 12 years ago.
Well, that's what I got for you. I felt like we have epic storms. We needed something epic to compete with it. So,
and last episode we teased that I was going to install a sculpture, and
we did.
I did in 35-degree weather in the rain, and it was just as miserable as you could imagine. Having to work in that and have a crane and everybody. We did it, and installed it, and we're moving the tools out of the way. Mayor walks up, gets his picture taken in front of it, kind of the thumbs up pose, and looks at me, gives me the thumbs up.
All right.
And walks away. Goes back inside.
Yeah.
That's why you're the mayor.
Yeah. You guys did good work here. I'm going back in where it's nice and warm and dry.
And dry. But it was a big success. Everybody loves it. It's now already a landmark. People are like, turn left at the giant jonquil flower.
The big yellow and green
huge
sculpture.
Yeah, so it's a landmark already. We've got the ribbon cutting dedication thing Friday, and then move on to the next project. We'll see.
Wow. Next project is a sculpture of EDGUY.
EDGUY.
Hey.
Right over there.
All right. Well, until next time, people, that's all we have. Later.